Yoga for Mastering Pressure Pleasure from Machu Picchu, Peru, on the Unite the World Firsthand, Drive Around the Whole World global movement, Mastering the Art of Inner and Outer Travel. Video created by Full Circle Phenomenal. Be sure to check out our website for more. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell.
Hi, I'm Jesse Hart. Welcome to Yoga for Balancing Pressure and Pleasure. Much of the time in life, we associate a lot of pressure as pain because we don't understand yet how it's constructive for us or the lesson learned. These lessons are often learned when we're not taught how to best manage our physical, mental, and emotional self, and so we tend to get out of hand with one or multiple of those, go too far beyond our limits, and experience deconstructive pain. Now, constructive pressure, unlike deconstructive pain, can actually feel quite pleasurable because you know that it's good for you. Doing this in our yoga practice a number of different times, recognizing how the mind, the body, the breath, and the emotions can all unite together in order to reassociate this pain that's actually good for us, this pressure, as pleasure, thus harmonizing the yin and yang of pleasure and pressure. This practice is dedicated to my student, Beth. Thank you. Let's begin.
To sponsor your own custom yoga video or become a private student, reach out through the links provided in the video description. Starting in good standing posture, feet hip distance apart with an even amount of pressure spread throughout the feet, knees slightly bent, pelvis tucked under and forwards engaging the low abdomen, navel in and up, chest up, and crown lifting up towards the sky as if suspended by a string, hands together with an even amount of pressure throughout the palms and all 10 fingers, with the thumbs resting on the sternum at the heart center, checking in with your heartbeat, and noticing overall how you feel, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Regularly checking in with ourselves with minimal to no distraction and taking a moment just to meditate on our present awareness of ourselves is one of the most, if not the most valuable things that we can do for ourselves, not just in our yoga practice, but on the regular. Notice how you are breathing. Is it shallow or held? Is it deeply into the belly or lightly into the chest? Expand your lungs now and breathe into any spaces, physical, mental, or emotional, that you still feel tense, stressed, or discomforted at all by. Take a moment of gratitude for yourself for showing up today and for all enabling you to be here. And let's relax the hands down and move forwards. Horse stance is another standing meditation, but this one adding a lot more pressure to the physical, mental, and emotional self. We'll spread the feet wider and then bend the knees over the ankles. Make sure that your pelvis is still tucked under and forwards with your navel in and up, chest up, and crown up. To start, bring your hands palm over the low abdomen, or perhaps one to the low side, enabling you to check in and make sure that you're breathing in fully into your low belly and lower torso. Slowly start to breathe in fully through the nose and breathe out the mouth, relaxing as much tension as is beginning to build. Hands can be wherever for these moments. Just begin to get in touch with the pressure building in the legs or wherever you're feeling it in the body, and just breathe out as much of that resistance you're holding onto as you can. And then bring the hands up to about the chest level with the elbows relaxing down, shoulders melting down the sides, and touching the tip of your tongue up against the upper palate right behind the teeth, relaxing your head, jaw, neck, and shoulder muscles as much as possible. Now let's move the hands into their second position, a T shape with the hands to the outsides, still shoulders in and down relaxing. Keep those knees bent over the ankles, and now allow the energy, the pressure, the feeling to build throughout the side body, throughout your shoulders and arms, neck and head. Continue to breathe full breaths in through the nose, committing to this, and out through the mouth, letting it go. Now, final position with the hands. You can always pause the video in any of these positions and hold for longer. We'll bring the hands up and overhead as if holding a wheel around the head. Elbows slightly bent. Relax those arms down, shoulders still melting down the sides, fingertips reaching up towards the sky, but relax the hands and wrists. Let the pressure build to its peak while you maintain focus and let it go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale and extend the legs up. Exhale and relax the arms down. Step the feet back in together. Great work. Let's move on to the next. Boat pose. This one's all about the core. Come to seated with the knees up, hands underneath the knees. Inhale, bring the head and chest up, and exhale, rock it back, lifting the legs up to the height of the knees. And then find your balance and release and let the hands come forwards, palms face up. We're breathing intensely here, in through the nose and out through pursed lips. You'll feel it into your thighs, you'll feel it into your belly, you'll feel it in your chest. Let the mind be conquered here by releasing any unserving talk, unserving mental chatter out the mouth. And hold firm to this. If you fall out of it, come right back into it. We want a little bit of a shake, so if you're not shaking a bit yet, let's lift those heels up from the level of the knees to legs straight, forming a V shape with your body. Remember to think about what you're doing this for, not just for the health, but what are you going to apply the health towards creating in your life? Keep breathing full breaths. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, bring the hands back up. Exhale, come down with control. Bring the hands back and relax. Shake it out from your hips. Loosen everything up. And let's continue. Back to standing, we move into chair pose. Feet shoulder width apart. This time bend the knees forwards. Make sure you can still see your toes peeking out in front of your knees. Lower the hips down and the arms up. Head looks forwards, relax those shoulders down, and breathe here into the thighs. Notice how all these positions bring forth their own unique challenges, yet still they all remain merely challenges to reap greater rewards, physically, mentally, and emotionally. So let's commit to greater challenges for greater rewards, squat down even lower, adding even more pressure to this position. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale and slowly straighten the legs, lifting the arms and chest up, and exhale, lower the energy down, scanning the body. Let's bring it back down into plank pose. Hands shoulder width apart, even amount of pressure spread throughout both palms and all 10 fingers. Onto our toes, pressing through the heels, flexing the legs all the way up into the core, where we gently flex the belly. And hold this with your hips about the level of your shoulders, steadily breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. commit to this by continually pressing through the heels, gripping the ground with the fingertips, keeping a gentle but directed focus, and keeping that breath flowing, watching inside as your pressure continues to increase, but just studying it, observing it. Remember, it's just feeling. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come out of it, shifting the hips and bringing the legs forward, stepping the feet together. All right, 2 more poses. We're almost there. Crow pose. Keeping the hands shoulder width apart, even amount of pressure spread throughout them. Bringing your knees up, tiptoeing the feet until you can meet over the elbow with both knees. So we're going to go into this slowly. So shift the weight over the hands, bringing the hips a little higher, and just pick up 1 foot off of the ground. Hold there for a few breaths in the nose, out the mouth, before lowering down and shifting to the other foot. Once you get more and more of this muscle memory developed, greater balance, you can lift both feet up off the ground, looking a few inches out in front of you, holding in your core. Keep it lifting, keep it flowing with your breath. You may want to have something soft out in front of you in case you fall forward and land on your face. But don't worry about this. Keep the pressure in the arms, squeezing those knees in. Keep your breath going. We're almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly with control, lower the toes down, release and rotate out those wrists, rotate out the hands, shake them out up and down, side to side. Let's continue. Final pose, do your absolute best, side plank. Coming onto the sides of the feet, or perhaps resting 1 foot on top of the other, balancing with an equal amount of pressure on one palm. Lift your hips up, lift your whole torso and legs, and reach up towards the sky. Breathing steadily here with the shoulder directly over the wrists. If you're not new to this pressure builds quite quickly, so observe that soft medium to medium hard limit increase fast. If you are familiar and getting used to this pose, you can lift up the top leg a few inches or even a couple of feet above the bottom balancing leg and hold that for a few breaths. Let's lower that top hand down and switch sides, bouncing on the opposite foot and opposite arm, shoulder over the wrist, hips up, torso and legs up, arm reaches up. Catch that balance. This is a bit of a balancing pose as well, so make sure that you're comfortable. Set the pose before holding and breathing. If you have the time and are really avid to mastering this practice, after this position is done, go back to 1 minute and 33 seconds on the video and do the whole session over again. Great work. Let's do a cool down. Completing our time here at Machu Picchu, let's do a final shakeout, receiving a pleasure rebound from all the pressure that you experienced. Go ahead and shake out the arms and legs. Just begin to loosen up the body, shaking out the torso, the hips, smiling, releasing the neck and head. Whole body begins to wiggle. We move up and down and rotate out the neck a few times. Good, and then up onto the tiptoes, drop down onto the heels, settling the energy back down again and grounding the whole body. Inhale, bring the arms up, all the way up overhead. Hands together, gentle pressure throughout all 10 fingers, and exhale down to heart center, placing your thumbs at your sternum and feeling your heartbeat. Giving gratitude for yourself for showing up today. Gratitude for all inside and out. And namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Thanks for watching. Please share this video with friends and discover the links in the description for more. For more yoga, click here, and meditations, click here. Don't forget to subscribe and comment to let us know how the practice went for you. Many blessings on your journey, and let us know how we can further be of service.